It started with a network of people from all over America who hated slavery and opened their homes, stores, or even ships to freedom seekers. I could spend hours telling you what the Underground Railroad is and what it isn't, but that would be like giving you a list of the reasons why a platypus is a mammal and not an amphibian. Instead, I'm going to let you experience the Underground Railroad for yourself. No, I don't have a magic time machine. But I do have a story.
Yes, your imagination, of course.
So, hold on to your hats, because we're totally wearing hats. And let's go for a ride. Here we go. It was a cold February night in 1838. Mary fought the urge to run towards the river. Her child slept peacefully in her arms. One cry from him, and they would be caught for sure. There was no time for any rest either. The slave hunters were getting closer. If she stopped now, they would take her and her son back into bondage. Her masters treated her as well as a master can, but they were going to sell her son. She might have never seen him again. Mary nearly shed a tear when she saw the rushing river send cakes of ice downstream. Had it not fully frozen over yet, she could hear men and horses hacking through the trees behind her. There was only one thing for her to do. She whispered a prayer and jumped onto a nearby plate of ice. Her heart skipped a beat as she heard the ice crack under her feet. She fell through. She cried out, "Save me, Lord!" And as she threw her child onto another piece of ice, she grabbed a hold of it herself and pulled herself up. Again, with her child in her arms, she sprang to the next piece of ice. She did this till her shoes were gone and her feet started to bleed from the cold and sharp ice. Her limbs shook as her clothes began to freeze in the bitter, biting cold wind. Finally, she reached the Ohio side of the river. The slave hunters were too scared to cross themselves, but she didn't think about that much. She was in Ohio now. She was free. Thankfully, a man on the Ohio side had watched her cross the river, and now he took Mary to the house of John Rankin. He was a Presbyterian preacher who opened his home to any fugitive who needed help. Mary may not have known it then, but she was now in the care of one of the most famous conductors of the Underground Railroad. To keep her from getting kidnapped, the Rankins sent Mary to William M. Mitchell. He was a slave driver who became an abolitionist. He sent her to another abolitionist, who sent her to another abolitionist, until Mary finally reached a very special place in Newport, Indiana. This was an Underground Railroad station run by Levi and Catherine Coffin. Also not my rhyme, that's their actual name. They were Quakers and abolitionists. It was here that Mary was given a new name, Eliza Harris. If you've read Uncle Tom's Cabin, that name will probably ring a bell for you.
Cue the ring a bell sound effect.
Back to our story. After staying with the Coffin family for a few days, Mary was sent to Sandusky, Ohio. From there, she went through the Great Lakes and onto a free life in Chatham, Ontario. Later, Mary, or Eliza Harris, did come back to America to rescue the rest of her family. But that is another story for another time. For now, we'll call it a happy ending. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and comment if you have any questions. Thanks to Levi Coffin and William M. Mitchell for giving this story to us. If you want to check out any of the books that I mentioned, there is only one. They'll be in the description below. Thanks to public domain, they are free. Sayonara. Wait, I need a cool sign off. Pause. Hold on. Oh, like nothing happened. Typo. It says stave. Word. After. Back to our story.